Hi Taurus, welcome to your August 2018 general horoscope reading. So Taurus, do let me know in the comments below what is new and exciting for you. What has been happening with all these eclipses going on with you, and how are you feeling? Just, drop me a comment below. I love when you share. So happy Leo season. Leo season is often regarded as the golden age or the golden time of the year. It's when the sun is at its peak, Taurus. So this is really an exciting and lively time for everyone, for all the signs. So Taurus, before I kind of break down the astrology of this month and we get your lovely cards here, I do want to mention that in celebration of the Leo season, I have a 25% off special going on if you want to do a personal one-on-one reading with me and what your chart and everything has to say. The 25% off special is for a love reading, whether that's video, written, or by phone. So I will leave that 25% off code below if you're interested, and all that information in the descriptions box. All right, so your first card is popped out, by the way. We're just gonna I feel like we should wait for one more. Never mind, you have a couple popping out now. All right, we're just gonna wait for your last card to pop out as well. The cards just want to jump with you, Taurus. So on August 7th, Uranus will go retrograde. And I believe that'll be kind of nice, because when Uranus goes retrograde, with all kind of retrograde planets, it tends to make things and the messages, the personality of that planet be more internalized and more sort of thought-provoking and re-editing, just things that you feel more on an internal level and less about things physically happening. So, Uranus can be that planet of sudden and sometimes shocking and uncomfortable change. So I feel like that kind of energy will slow down a bit around that time. So that's really exciting. And then, let's see here, consult my notes here again. We have the new moon and solar eclipse that happens in the sign of Leo on the 11th. So that'll be very fascinating, and I'll break it down more specifically for you and the other signs in a moon tidings video, so just be on the lookout for that. But on the 12th, the following day after, we have Mars moving into Capricorn, which I think is gonna feel really good, because Mars has been a little almost lethal, and has kind of, when Mars is retrograde and not in such a stable structured sign such as Capricorn, it can be a bit aggressive, and it can cause people to act a bit more aggressively and be more assertive, and using that will power to fight and not really think as much before acting. It can be really impulsive. So I feel like with it going into Capricorn, that's going to be a very grounding and stabilizing place. Capricorn's a very responsible sort of sign. So it'll bring, I feel like collectively, a lot of us more into responsibility with our actions. So woohoo! On the 19th, Mercury will move direct, so that's always good. Things will be less fuzzy. And then the 23rd, the sun will enter the sign of Virgo, which is your fellow earth sign. And then the 26th will be a Pisces full moon. So that'll be a very dreamy, psychic kind of moon. It can really heighten your creative fantasy sort of ideas. And if you're a creative person, it can really bring out a lot of that sort of energy that you can portray through your art, through your writing, or even if you're an architect, you know, putting that fantasy-like creativity in your work. So that kind of stuff can come up, but we'll talk more about that later. And then, of course, on the 27th, Mars will move direct. So that'll be good news as well. Let's take a look at your cards, Taurus. I meant to take you down here sooner, but I got a little excited talking about the astrology. All right. So Taurus, some of y'all might be dealing with a Sagittarius. That's coming off right across the back. They had the same card in the middle of their reading. I believe it was Sag. And then the Knight of Wands can be very representative of Sagittarius. Might be a Capricorn wanting to come into your life behind the scenes here too. The Cancer and Capricorn associations are very strong. There's an influencing energy of Cancer and Capricorn sandwiching you. You might be, Taurus, having to choose. Having to make a decision between a relationship, some of your friendships, choosing the Cancer or the Capricorn, and quite possibly the Sagittarius. Because I feel like it's almost like you're getting some options. A lot of you are getting options, and a lot of people, friends, or even romantic interests who are wanting to come in here in August for you, Taurus, and you're having to, you know, weigh all the pros and cons, look at what you like that this person offers, what you don't like about that, what you like about this, you know, and really how you feel about it. How does it make you feel when you look at the person? Does it make you feel good, feel loved, feel valued, feel the sunny side of the Leo season? Or does it make you feel kind of dark, feel dim, feel down? Pay attention to those feelings and instincts this month, because you're being prodded, you know. And you could have I'm just really getting, Taurus, that a lot of you are going to have some overwhelming kind of options this month. And I feel like this is kind of coming from a recent success. You know, something that you felt really victorious over. Felt like you reigned and gained over. A new idea, a new sort of reward or position even. And it's almost like here in August, there's a lot more responsibility, or just, again, going back to a lot of options and decisions that are having to be looked at. And like I said, it looks very strong for you, Taurus, between these signs, but getting into the energy of it, let me take you back up here with me, Taurus. Realized we should be talking face to face. So at the bottom you have the Devil, and that's that Capricorn energy. I feel like there's a Capricorn influence or energy here that is really wanting to bring you down to earth, bring you down to some simple sort of pleasures. Something here about really being tested or tempted into indulging in some pleasurable activities, whether it's sexual in nature here, Taurus, whether that is drinking more, going out and drinking and socializing more. There's temptations with substances here, or like I said, even sexual encounters. So I feel like this is kind of going on behind the scenes, like maybe you having really some strong fantasies about someone else, and I feel like this is something that you're really going to want to impulsively act on. And I feel like actually the calling for you, Taurus, is to act on this passion, on this sort of fantasy that you're having. I actually get that when that becomes more clear to you, or maybe even, you know, with the Knight of Wands here popping out and it being next to your Seven of Cups, to me this too is kind of saying it's okay to, especially for you single Tauruses, to experiment a little out there. But even those of you who are coupled, this may not really pertain to an intimate relationship, but being able to explore your options and feeling free to do that. Okay, so whatever that is specifically is resonating for you, Taurus, it is okay, I feel like, especially with the Knight of Wands saying you can explore your options. It's okay. And it's okay to dabble and to explore your passions. And even those sexual urges here in July too. I'm sorry, in August. We're in August. So, and at the top of your reading, Taurus, you have the Chariot as well, which, you know, so you got your Sphinxes here. You got that energy of acting and going on an adventure. Go ahead, take the chance, Taurus, this month. That is what your guides, I feel like, are really telling you here. You know, just be everything in moderation, right? So just make sure that you're not being too excessive down here with your fun and games, with the pleasures that are going on here. And you definitely, I feel like, need to experiment a little and explore. I mean, look at this. It's basically two knights here. You got a Major Arcana Knight and you have the Knight of Wands. Your message is pretty specific, Taurus. This is about getting, for some of you, it's really about getting out of your comfort zone and looking deep within too, I feel like, of where you're trapping yourself from getting out and exploring and breaking free from your comfort zone. Your comforting pleasures, what you know makes you feel good, what you know is safe. Breaking free from that to explore more, Taurus, in August. That is your calling. So embrace the Chariot here. Go this direction, go that direction, go forward, go backward. It's what you're being asked here. And look, some of you might be having someone come back from the past here. That Cancer new moon that we had in July might be kind of slowly bringing up some sort of past connections or dealings. Pay attention to that. It's kind of very under the rug, under the surface, but overall you're your focus is this, dabbling. I feel like now that we've seen and explored the rest of the messages here, it's about dabbling in different areas, Taurus. Giving yourself the freedom to do that. And some of you are getting a little kinky with some of the pleasures you're indulging in, but I mean, that's okay. Just remember, not to overindulge, because you don't want to stay in a safe space. You want to go beyond. Be a knight. Be an explorer. All right, so Taurus, I'm going to take you back down here real quick because I'm going to go ahead and lay out your animal spirit guide. So this month, Taurus, you're getting to pick. I want you to get intuitive with me here and listen to your inner calling. Pick between 1, 2, or 3. And that will be your animal spirit guide for the month of August here. So we'll get some animal spirit messages for you. All right. I feel like this one needs to go. Okay, here we go. So this is 1. Animal spirit 2. Animal spirit 3. So go ahead and pick between 1, 2, or 3, whichever card you're being led to, Taurus, and we will discuss that specific message in the extended reading. So the extended video link will be down below in the descriptions box, of course, and we will discuss this. And I'm also going to I'm going to cast the rune stones and get just a little bit more insight and a few more messages for you, Taurus, for the month of August. For Leo season, it's a sunny time, and it's giving you a very childlike attitude about exploring and venturing out. So that's cool. That's cool, Taurus. So if any of you do want to do a personal reading with me as well, you can also access that information in my Etsy shop below in the descriptions box. So bye for now, Taurus. I will see many of you here soon in the extended reading. Take care.